This broadcast of ICC Athletics is being brought to you by Renaissance Bank, Little Caesars, Davis Ford, the Sonic of Fulton, Tupelo Coca-Cola Bottling Works, the Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi, First American National Bank, the ICC BSU, your Itawamba County Farm Bureau agent, Joey Cox, Cagle Eye Center, the ICC Foundation, the Bank of Okolona, and the ICC Alumni Association.
Davis Ford in Fulton is your Ford dealer for new cars, trucks, and SUVs and has a wide inventory of certified pre-owned vehicles. Find your next dream car or truck from our Ford showroom or go online to davisfordsales.com and search our new and used inventory to see what is on our lot. So stop by and test drive the all-new fuel-efficient Ford Focus or Ford Fusion or the new Ford Explorer or F-150. Go further with Davis Ford, 904 West Main Street in Fulton or online davisfordsales.com.
Today tastes like staying in. And it never tasted this good.
You know what I remember when you were born?
Today tastes like a Sunday ritual. And it never tasted this good.
You live life on your own terms. You won't be told what you can't do. And we're here to back you. From the boardroom to the big stage, Renaissance Bank supports women striving for success. Because greatness isn't held to anyone's expectations, except yours. So if anyone says you can't, prove them wrong. Rise with Renaissance, supporting women and the communities they influence every day.
The outlook for overpriced pizza has never been better. Who's gonna stop us?
Sir, Little Caesars has the lowest price pizza delivered, guaranteed.
We're not Big Pizza, we're Little Caesars. Get $5 off your first delivery.
Pizza, pizza.
Parmesan, Asiago, and fresh mozzarella.
All this cheesing is rather pleasing. Yep, tastes like $1 million.
Pepperoni cheeser, only $7.
Pizza, pizza.
Everyone has a unique story to tell. Maybe your story has you performing your new song in front of a crowd, getting to play your favorite sport, or enjoying a horseback ride in the country. At Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi, our group of skilled surgeons understand your need to continue your story. That is why we are the preferred choice for orthopedic care. Thank you for choosing us. Our story is you. Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi.
This burger could perform miracles. This burger could save relationships.
This isn't your normal cheeseburger. You all of a sudden have bacon jam on it. You're like, wow, compliments to the chef. Who threw this together? Sonic Bacon Jam Cheeseburger.
It's elevated flavors.
Yep.
Good summertime treat.
I'd want this Red Bull Summer Edition slush the middle of the day when I'm like really just wanting to clock out, but the clock's still going.
Yeah, it can help fight that 3 o'clock feeling.
Sonic Red Bull Summer Edition slush.
It'd cool me off and then light me back up.
Davis Ford in Fulton is your Ford dealer for new cars, trucks, and SUVs and has a wide inventory of certified pre-owned vehicles. Find your next dream car or truck from our Ford showroom or go online to davisfordsales.com and search our new and used inventory to see what is on our lot. So stop by and test drive the all-new fuel-efficient Ford Focus or Ford Fusion or the new Ford Explorer or F-150. Go further with Davis Ford, 904 West Main Street in Fulton or online davisfordsales.com.
And welcome, ladies and gentlemen, out to Fulton, Mississippi, the ICC soccer complex here. As we've got a North Division matchup between ICC and Hinds. Lady Indians and Lady Eagles are going to start us off here. ICC and their home whites. Crossover now, ICC trying to strike early. That one broke up, deflected away. Hinds, they're going to be in the maroon kits. Hinds moving right to left on the attack. ICC obviously left to right on the attack as the Eagles try to go over the top of that one, and ICC gets back defensively. Adam Gore, CJ Adams here on hand for this North Division clash between the 0-4 Hinds women's soccer team, 0-7, 0-4 in the North. ICC 2-5, 1-3 in the North. So both these teams trying to fight today, CJ, to keep their playoff hopes alive.
Yeah, absolutely, and hopefully we're in for a good match. Like the aggressiveness so far. That's something we haven't seen a lot of early on from the Lady Indians, so maybe they can get something going real quick here today.
Let's take a look at today's Coca-Cola starting lineups for your ICC Lady Indians. And it's going to look like this. Number 1, Lexi Loden. Number 2, Ashley Stevens. Number 3, Gracie Gustafson. Number 7, Josie Kate Reeves. Number 13, Lucy Dexter. Number 14, Alexis Hall. Number 17, Mariah Jones. Number 19 is Morgan Mitchell. Number 24, Sydney Hughes. Number 25, Bella Mathis. And in net is going to be Anna Kate Tross. Anna Wesley Driscoll is out with an injury. Hopefully, not a good prognosis might be for the season. I think there's 3 or 4 games left in the season. So, tough blow for the Indians, losing someone with the experience and coming off a great season last year.
Absolutely.
So ICC is going to have to dig deep, and you know, Tross has showed some signs to be solid this year.
She has made some really exceptional saves, especially the top left corners. We've seen her make several diving stops there. And yeah, Anna West had a great season last year, so it always hurts when you have that experience go down.
Here comes ICC. He's going to send this with the left foot across and off the post. Oh no.
Wide
Great
open
opportunity there for the Indians. Now the second shot bounces in, and goal for the Indians. Reeves sticks that one home.
It's a nice recovery. Nice see them stay in there, keep that pressure on. And a good shot by Josie Kate. Bend it in there on the left side.
Well, after the first time, the post unkind for ICC. They're able to come back and get a friendly bounce off that one. And 1-0 is your score here early on. And CJ, that's what the Indians needed right there, a good, solid start to the contest.
Yeah, and they need to keep this aggressiveness up, keep that pressure on, and try to get some more here quick.
So 1-0 ICC with the lead, 42-30 to play here in the first half. Now we will say this, and unfortunately we have to say this, not used to saying this during the normal time soccer is played, but clouds in the area, so if it does start to rain, we will have to quickly break down the broadcast equipment and get it out of the rain. But it's forecast, though, to not rain until about 7 tonight. But, CJ, it wasn't supposed to rain this morning either, and we got a really good shower early this morning.
Bottom dropped out about 8:30 this morning. Our campus is not the greatest to walk in when it's raining, and a lot of students got wet this morning, not prepared for that.
They did. Reeves with it now at her feet. Now squeezes it ahead. This is going to be Stevens out wide on the right side. Stevens sends it back inside to Hughes. Hughes quickly around the middle. Ball deflected away by Hinds, and they're just going to clear it out, and ICC will let it settle at midfield. Loden with it now. Going to go back out to Reeves. Reeves puts a foot in this one high, and does she got another one? No.
Just over the top crossbar.
Yeah, not a bad idea there. I think the wind, as you can hear it blowing here, carried it a little bit too far.
Yeah, the wind's definitely going to be a factor here today. Gusty out here at the park.
And that's what's got us a little worried about the rain situation, if you will, is that way the wind is blowing. It typically blows a storm up here in Fulton. But hopefully, like I said, it won't get here till about 7 tonight. We'll be good to go. Stevens with it here on the right side, trying to break away from the defender. Looking to go. You want to fire this one across, but deflected out of bounds by Hinds. Should be a corner opportunity coming up here from the Indians, and it will be. 1-0 is your score, as it was a Josie Kate Reeves goal early on in the match that has us here at 1-0. ICC with a corner opportunity here and a chance to build on this lead. This is going to be Loden to send this one in from the corner. Sends it across. Good send. Gustafson header, but was broken up. Nice send that time, CJ. Unfortunately, just put it right at the foot of the defender of Hinds, and they're able to break that one up.
Yeah, it was a low line driving corner, and Gracie did a good job getting ahead on it. It just found that Hinds defender right in the chest.
So the 50-50 ball is going to be controlled by the Indians at midfield. They're going to send it back and reestablish their attack. This is going to be Dexter with the ball out here near side. She squeezes this one ahead, finds Hughes. Hughes tried to let it settle. Deflects off the Hinds player. Ball bounced free. Now Hughes has an opportunity here. Squeezes over the middle, trying to find Gustafsson. Broken up again nicely, though, by Hinds. Maybe pushed that one a little bit too much. Been a little too unselfish on the part of Hughes that time.
Yeah, we had some numbers in the box there. Just unlucky bounce. They were able to clear it out.
Ball being bounced around. ICC maintains possession. Fires this one left-footed, and it's going to be on frame and a save. Scooped up there by Hinds. Can't really pick up a number on the keeper for Hinds. They only have one listed.
And it's a white number on that bright yellow jersey. Hard to read. We've had trouble all season picking up these numbers.
Yeah, there's unique color combinations in soccer, and especially on the keepers. And a lot of times they go bright on light and light on bright, and makes it a little difficult. Hughes squeezes this one ahead, trying to find Gustafsson, and good job by number 11, Derek, to take away the angle of attack from Gustafsson. If not, she had the inside step and could have made that dangerous. Argulant, I believe, might be the keeper. I know I'm saying that wrong, so I do apologize. That is a southern attempt at a Spanish name. So we'll just refer to her as Paula for the rest of the day.
Hope you got that one right, too.
Yeah.
We have to get David up here to
may have to
pronounce it for us.
So now ICC trying to go on the attack here. Good job controlling field position, time of possession so far here early on in the contest. Stevens with it, trying to go back across the middle. Sent that one behind Loden. Hinds clears it out. Now trying to go over the top of it, and ICC doing a good job on that back line, 3v1, and just took away any type of attack that the Eagles were going to attempt that time. Mad scramble for it now. Hinds stays with it. Oh, she just wouldn't have slipped down. That would have been a golden opportunity there to find the equalizer for Hinds, but fortunately for the Indians, the wet turf just tripped her up a little bit there, and ICC was able to avoid the shot. Tross puts the foot into this one, and it's going to bounce away from the back line, and now here's Hughes. Hughes lets it settle. Just going to send this one back to Reeves. Ahead they go to Gustafsson. Oh, they're going to call it, offside. Just released a little bit too soon.
Great idea, just a little premature.
And so a tough break there from the Indians, a big-time break there for the Eagles. 1-0 is the score. 36-36 to go until halftime. Small crowd out today as weather concerns. As ICC wins that 50-50 attempt.
Yeah, weather mixed with studying for finals.
Yeah.
A lot of people in the library this time of year.
Lots of them. That's a place I was unfamiliar with during my collegiate career, and it showed. So now ICC with it reverses the pitch. This is Reeves. She's already got one goal on the day. She's going to send this one ahead. Oh, nice touch to Hughes. Hughes deflects it away. Still going to stay alive, though. Sends it across the middle, and oh, good idea, as that was Loden that was charging in. Header sent across, and oh, what a save. Good job by Gustafsson just making an attempt at it that time and nearly snuck that one in, but what an effort on the part of the keeper from Hinds to keep that one out of the back of the net and keep it at 1-0.
Yeah, I think that one surprised her a little bit coming off the head of Gracie. Had a little more speed on it than she was anticipating.
Reeves crosses over the defender. Gustafsson sends it right back, and they're going to try to get an offsides call. Referee says it's not. Great save there. Fire from Lexi, and just wide.
I'm kind of with them. It looked a little offsides from up here.
One of those that the keeper almost caught herself in a bad position. Just kept looking at the side official, raising her arm, asking for the offside. He never gave it to her and nearly got caught out of position that time. And luckily for Hinds, though, ICC was unable to capitalize, and we're still at 1-0. This one cleared out by the Eagles. Sends it out wide. It's going to be out of bounds and should be a throw-in situation here for Hinds. So 1-0 is the situation. As it goes out of bounds, and it'll go back to Hinds. Gustafsson steps in front of that one, clears it back, and Hughes trying to get to it. Out of bounds, last touch by Hinds, so now to be the Indians' ball. CJ, good job, though. Indians keeping Hinds clamped down on this side of the pitch.
Yeah, we've had really good possession time, keeping it in our zone. So you'd like to see a little more opportunities and some more goals come out of this time of possession.
Hinds has played tough when the Indians have been on the attack, and it was just a shot from distance by Reeves, who had the ball at her feet just now, that was able to sneak that one in. But since then, Hinds has locked down pretty well, just can't really get anything going on the attack. So this will be Dexter to throw this one in. Finds it to Stevens. Stevens still fighting to keep it alive, but Hinds eventually takes it away. Sends this one ahead, and nobody but ICC on the backside to receive that one.
You know, with the midfield playing up, the defenders have really been able to stay way back, limit any kind of pressure they're throwing at us.
That ball intercepted. As it crossed over the middle. Now here come the Eagles on the attack on the other end. This is going to be Hodges with it. Hodges sends it ahead, but again, numbers for ICC negates that. It was sent to Ford. Then she just lost a touch on it, and the ICC scooped it up with ease. Now ICC pushing it up the pitch. Hinds actually has a player taking a knee on the pitch and not allowing her to have the timeout. It's a ball deflected out.
We'll have a discussion on the sideline.
They're going to talk about this. And he's given a fair. He said ICC had taken the ball away and were in the attack. If they would have stopped, he would have stopped it. But the Hinds coach also agreeing with him. She was down before the ball was turned over on the opposite side. And unfortunately for the referee, he doesn't have eyes in the back of his head, so he was able to see that. So a little
very polite discussion.
Yeah, it was polite and didn't get heated, but got both coaches dotting the I's, crossing the T's on their points. 1-0 is the score. There's 32 minutes left to play until halftime. And a whistle and a foul here on the Indians. Well, we got a fun week next week as well here in Fulton, as we'll be hosting the 2021 MACCC softball tournament. Hinds will be involved in that as well. All of those softball games will be available right here on the red channel of letsgoicctv.com. So we do invite you to tune in and check things out. Now Hinds with it. That one's broken up and taken away by Dexter. Interesting first round matchup between ICC and Hinds. And the reason why we say that is ICC was only swept in one conference matchup this year, and that was by Hinds. So that'll be the opening round matchup Wednesday at 5 o'clock. We'll have the schedule and everything posted here pretty soon on letsgoiccc.com if you want to find that full schedule. And also follow us on social media at Let's Go ICC for more information there. CJ, Emmy, and Cade going to be available to work that week?
We might can get them in here after school a few days.
Okay, perfect. I just let them skip school.
Yeah.
Hughes goes left-footed and just too tall.
That's a good attitude by a higher educational institution. Just skip school.
I know. Every once in a while you need to give your brain a break. Mine has been on a break for the last 20 years. So it'll be a corner opportunity coming up here, and Loden will step into this one more time. Cade would be happy to miss school. Emmy, not so much. I don't know. Last night, Emmy might be.
Well, according to the text message I got today, she was absent today.
Oh, okay.
Had to call and clear that up as we dropped her off this morning.
She just said, you can drop me off, but I'm not going. No, I'm kidding. As that corner kick was off frame, or actually it had come off the post, the deflection and the shot was off frame, and we stay at 1-0. Again, here, as long as the weather will allow us to be, we'll have the men's match coming up later today. And, CJ, that's going to be a big matchup there for the Eagles and the Indians, as right now ICC, Hinds, and Holmes all tied for first place in the North.
Yeah, a lot to play for in that second match today, as we get an offsides there.
Yeah, another just missed opportunity for the Indians. They've had some opportunities, just that step and a half too soon being hit with the offsides. So the Eagles with it. ICC coming up, putting a lot of pressure on. Deflected away. Stevens now wants to send it back out wide. Nice job here. ICC, tries to fire, but broken up. Great hustle on the part of Manning to take away that excellent scoring opportunity for the Indians.
Yeah, that was a really good opportunity. Had a lot of white jerseys in the box. Just couldn't quite put it together.
And now the Eagles trying to flip the field before ICC can get back. But again, ICC with numbers on the backside easily takes that one away, and ICC will trot it back towards midfield. Ball deflected away. Hinds has it, sends it back, but ICC steps in the way of it. It's going to go out of bounds. It'll be a throw-in for the Eagles. Steve Diffie checking in, watching the stream here, and also confirming that the schedule is on the social medias. Good to see Steve at the MACCC Sports Hall of Fame the other night. He made sure he dapped me up, CJ, when I came in there with that big championship ring hand.
You don't start wearing some of yours them events.
I need to.
I don't have but one, but it never leaves the case.
Mine don't either. I'm gonna have to.
Might have an opportunity to show it off next week.
That's right. As this one sent and broken up once again nicely that time by Hinds. And I tell you what, CJ, this is starting to feel a lot like the Holmes men's game the other day. ICC had plenty of opportunities to put it away, could never do it. Holmes eventually found the equalizer and found a way to win it in double overtime. And in the back of your head right now, if you're the Lady Indians, you got to find that second goal.
Yeah, especially when you've been in your zone basically the entire first half, and really not a whole lot of shots on goals to count for here.
Try to squeeze that one ahead to Stevens. Broken up by the Eagles. It's going to go out of bounds to be a throw-in here.
A lot of missed opportunities. They've had, I've lost count how many good opportunities they've had, and we'll give the defense credit too. They've shut them down when they needed to, when it gets down to the crunch time.
And they have that back line has been solid, much like ICC's today, and the keeper, other than just one little hiccup, has been solid in frame today as well. And ICC's got to, again, just find a way, because they've had some good opportunities, and you mentioned it. You know, we talked about it a couple of times. Members of that back line have just stepped in front of them, either took the angle away of attack or the angle of attack away, or just basically just beat them to the ball. And didn't let him get a strike on it. Lee Adams on the sideline taking photos of today's game. You can see those at ICCimages.com. That's ICCimages.com. Digital downloads available for $1. Rafael Henry up top running the camera for today's matches. CJ Adams joining me in the ICC Alumni Affairs and Foundation broadcast booth. Find out how you can contribute to the women's soccer team at Stevens offsides. Easy call there again.
I believe both of them are offsides.
But yeah, find out how you can contribute to the ICC soccer teams by visiting iccms.edu/foundation. That's iccms.edu/foundation. Summer camps, they're here. You can visit letsgoicc.com and each individual sports page to see those camps.
You going to be doing any summer broadcasting camps?
You know what? Let's do it. We will take the first 10 to sign up for it, and CJ Adams will be signing autographs during that time as well. That one sent over the middle and just too tall for Hughes. Would have been a tough shot, but if she could have got about another inch or two on the hops that time, could have made that thing dangerous. CJ will also be giving photography and Photoshop and what's the one I don't know how to work other than all of them?
After Effects.
After Effects. You do a camp in that, I'm attending to get for real.
Yeah, it's going to cost a lot.
I don't have a lot. So 1-0 is the score. 23:57 to go here until halftime. This ball bouncing around, and Hinds player, she tried to get the holding call that time. It looked like she just kind of just fell backwards on her own. But Hinds does take it away. Now trying to squeeze this one ahead, but ICC there once again to break it up.
Yeah, we haven't seen a lot of physicality on either side in the midfield like we normally see on game day. So officials had it fairly easy so far today. Maybe it'll continue that way.
That one.
Oh.
Spoke too soon, CJ. As pretty physical there. As
I'm just going to be quiet now.
But yeah, that ball just got away from her, and maybe a little bit of frustrations that it kind of come a little bit harder off her foot than she anticipated, and ICC took it away. As Reeves with it now, but Hinds getting aggressive, and that's going to be on Reeves. As Reeves laughs that one off as she
had a handful of jersey.
Had a handful of jersey and then some. Hey, best opportunity we've seen for Hinds right now. Going to come off this free kick as that one's sent ahead.
Let's go on. The turf's playing a little slower today than it has been. I think that shower this morning's still having some effect on it. So you've seen a lot of them balls die once they get to those corners.
Really have, and didn't get a lot of sunlight today to help dry it out. Now we did get plenty of wind, but yeah, I think that's going to be something today we're going to have to keep an eye on. It's just the speed of the turf versus what we're used to seeing.
And the bounce. You hadn't seen the ball bounce as much as it's been in previous matches.
So a corner opportunity coming up here, first of the day for the Eagles. This one's sent on its way a little wide, then shot and saved. Well, I thought it was wide for a second, but found that secondary, and it was on goal. Trost with the save as it was kicked directly to her, but a good opportunity, and easily could have won Neal if Trost isn't paying attention, but a good job of being aware and recognizing where, I guess you said, that secondary option was on the attack.
Yeah, just enough, a little redirection on it. Could have been dangerous.
Hughes tries to send this one out wide, and ICC is able to chase it down. And it's going to be sent out of bounds, and is that going to be a corner opportunity? It will be. So ICC will have the corner coming up here of their own.
We've got some subs. Looks like Heidi and Chloe's coming into the contest. Dexter and Stevens are going to be coming out. Get them a rest.
Just under 21 minutes to go until halftime. 1-0 remains your score. This one's sent tall, and that's going to be a push in the back on the Indians.
Yep. Very obvious on that one.
She had the right idea. If she just wouldn't have put her hands up, probably would have got away with it. Just got her forearms into the back of the defender, and easy call for the referee.
Yeah, you keep your hands down by your side, you can save yourself a lot of trouble at this level.
This one's going to be sent out of bounds. It'll be a throw-in here for the Indians. Kind of a quiet afternoon here at the soccer complex. As the Indians trying to go on the attack, force it over the middle. Hinds clears it out. Reeves waits on it. Now she's going to fire, looking for her second goal of the day, and she does!
Beautiful bending kick to that top left corner.
Reeves. Let's go look at that back in its entirety here. You're going to see from distance, and Bennett, the keeper, couldn't find it, top shelf, and sends that one home.
Yeah, nobody really stepped up and contested her at all, so she had a good look and time to put a good foot on that ball.
2-0 now is the score in favor of the Indians, and that's what we said, CJ. They needed to cash in on that one, just get a little bit of breathing room, and a good job there by Reeves getting her second goal of the day.
Yeah, I'm sending it back to her now.
Yeah, shoot it now. She squeezes this one ahead. Now it's going to be deflected out wide. Should stay with the Indians on the throw-in, and it will.
It's over there in the woods.
Yes, it's going to take a minute for them to fish that one out.
You'd think Lee or Z would have offered some assistance there. But
it should have been Lee.
Man, made a little effort over there.
Hall is going to try to send this one ahead. And just a whole lot of, you heard Coach Strother say it there, Indians standing around looking versus moving on that one.
Well, really both sides. There wasn't anybody really moving.
Now back out to Reeves. And right now, if you are Hinds, you got to know where 7 is. Even though she's not going to be a typical threat to score, but she has been today for sure. We've got more subs in the match here for ICC. This is going to be Morgan Gaylor. She'll be checking in, checking out. Will be Bella Mathis. So Hughes leaves that one out wide. Nobody there for ICC as Hinds easily collects it. And they send it ahead, and Reeves will get it back for the Indians. This one just basically being pinballed around all over the place right now.
Finally got it under control.
They send it to Reeves, and you saw quickly that time Hinds was collapsing on Josie Kate. As Loden tried to come up, get ahead on it, just couldn't find it.
A little too much momentum there.
Yep.
Skipped over her head.
As that one was to be left out of bounds, and Hinds will have the throw in. 2-0. It's been all Josie Kate Reeves this afternoon, and she's got 2 goals on the day. Not only that, but it's also been the ICC defense. They have limited the attack opportunities for Hinds, and they've dominated the time of possession, field position throughout. Loden sending it back out wide. Looking to go to the back post. Hughes offsides.
I don't think she was expecting that ball to be sent in right there.
I'm with you on that one. As she was angling towards the net, the ball went away from her in that sense. So just a little miscommunication on the part of the Indians that time. Well, the sun's starting to peek out a little bit here. That'll warm things up.
The humidity has seemed to find its way back to Mississippi the last few days.
It has, unfortunately. Indians take that one away. Gustafsson with it now, tries to squeeze it ahead, looking for Hughes, and Hughes just a step away. Smart play by the keeper for Hinds to come up and make a decision to attack on the ball versus letting it roll.
Yeah, Sydney had both of the defenders beat in that situation. If the goalie don't come up, that's an easy scoring opportunity.
Oh, and Coach Strother misses the boot that time, and some of the men's soccer player, women's soccer players giving him a little bit of an earful down there on the miscue on his part.
I believe we had some more subs come in. Looks like Emily Hayward's in for Morgan Mitchell.
And Kirsty McGregor also into the contest.
Yeah, she replaced Lexi Loden midfield.
So the Indians with it. They lead at 2-0. There is 15 minutes and 30 seconds left here in the first half of play. Reeves leaves that one out. McGregor back to Reeves. Now here comes ICC. He's going to send this one ahead to Hughes. Hughes is on sides. Sends it across the middle, and near.
That was a good run by Chloe. Just a little short. I believe we're going to have an injury timeout here.
And they're going to say that she came in and ran into the keeper in that situation. Go back and.
I don't have a lot of argument on that one.
Yeah, not a whole lot you can say. Is momentum did carry her into it, and she did try to avoid the contact, but could not. So the referee's going to talk to the keeper here, make sure she's good, and I believe that's basically what he was doing when he was talking to Walker as well, was just to give the keeper a little bit extra time to kind of catch her breath.
Yeah, go back to that sequence there, that little give and go from Reeves to McGregor, back to Reeves. Sent it forward to Hughes, who was onside that time and made a really good pass, just a step off. You'd like to see little sequences like that.
So that ball's going to go out of bounds. It will stay with Hinds right here in front of us. 2-0 is your score. Stay tuned. We'll have Little Caesars halftime report coming your way. As Reeves nearly took that one away, loose on the pitch. And there's Reeves staying with it, and she comes back and takes it away on that second attempt. Trying to send this one ahead to Gustafsson. Just a little bit too much foot on that one. Gracie charging in, and really and truly all Hinds could do there was she turned around and saw someone on her hip pocket, just send it out of bounds.
Yeah, you like to see that hustle from Gracie. Really forced them into that area. Normally you see players see that one going far and don't even put the effort in. A little hustle always goes a long way.
So ICC with it, basically just going to spin this one around the back line as they reverse the pitch. 13:45 to go here until halftime. This one's sent ahead. Gustafsson with it. Tries to poke it over the top. Does so to Hughes. And again, just a step and a half too far on the play. And, boy, that's going to be one of those things Coach Strother focus on at halftime, because he knows he's had some good opportunities. But at the same time, though, you'd like the aggressiveness out of the Lady Indians.
Yeah, they've got to keep this pace up. Don't fall back. Don't go into a defensive scheme. Just keep that pressure going.
So that ball sent to midfield. Hinds will let it settle at their feet. And then Gracie Gustafsson steps in front of that one, takes it away. Sends this one out wide. This is Hayward with it now. Hayward over the middle. Walker goes left-footed, finds Hughes, and she's offside again.
I mean, these are obvious offsides, too. They're not even real close.
Well, those you just got to be a little bit more aware of your surroundings and kind of just pay attention to that back line. And because if she's a step on, then can break right as that pass is released, she's going to have a good opportunity and probably would already have 2 more goals in the match.
Yeah, you never know. That's at least 5 offsides for her this afternoon. That's just them unforced errors that you hate to see.
So this ball sent ahead. Hinds has not had very many touches on their side of the pitch. Did make 1 corner kick extremely dangerous, but it was a nice save by Tross to keep them off the board.
And I believe that's their only shot on goal.
Mm-hmm. But now here comes an opportunity here. Tries to squeeze this one ahead, but ICC gets back nicely and makes it extremely difficult.
A lot of white collapsed in that zone.
And then just a miscue on the part of ICC as she was expecting a teammate to be there, was not, and Hinds gets it back. Trouble. Hall's going to get back and try to keep it out of the box, and does so, and good job forcing him back out wide. And eventually the turnover. Good hustle by the ICC defense. Hinds had some opportunities to get something set up there, but because of the extra effort and not basically falling asleep because you got a 2-0 lead, forced that ball to go out of bounds and got it back in your possession.
Yeah, Alexis did good on that ball. That was the bouncer right down there in the zone. That's difficult to play. It's easy when you get turned around like that, or hard to find the ball when you get turned around like that. But she did a good job recovering and got the really unforced error there, sending out of bounds.
Clark throws that one in. The ball eventually rolls right back to her. Tries to send it forward, deflected out of bounds. Last touch by Hinds.
We've got Stevens back in the contest, as well as looks like Kaylee Jackson and Allison Moore.
Yep. Those are your new substitutions in the match here, and ball was deflected away, and now here comes Hinds. McGregor, though, doing a great job after turning the ball over, getting it right back for the Indians. Stevens, a lot of field to run with here. Still sends it ahead. Hayward trying to find.
Offsides again.
As, again, CJ, you said it, 5, 6, maybe even 7 offside situations here in the first half called on the Indians. And again, it's just one of those timing things. One of those in the back of your head, you may just want to take an extra 1 count before you go. That ball sent ahead. Hayward easily steps in front of it. She's going to strike, sends it, and it's going to be saved.
Ball had a lot of top spin on it.
It did.
Goalie had a little trouble corralling it.
Well, I like the aggressiveness again. She had that open lane to be able to get a solid strike on it. And that one, as you said, could prove to be a little bit more difficult than just a simple save because of the top spin. One of those, if it would have took a funky hop and kind of look like your drive, top spin, then pop up in the air and run another 20 yards.
Drive, irons, chips, all of them.
Putts.
Yeah. That's a talent when I get top spin on a putt.
It's amazing. As now Hinds trying to get on the attack, but ICC still playing strong and tenacious defensively, not giving anything easy to the Eagles. So Clark will throw this one in, and it's deflected out of bounds. Now McGregor with it. ICC sends it ahead, but nobody there as the Eagles will let this one settle, and now they're going to try to get back on the attack here. Midfield, 26 with it. That's McKee. McKee working it ahead to Ford. Ford now tries to go back across the middle. Deflected out, but now deep shot is going to be up and just too tall.
That was a good shot there.
It was. I believe that was maybe Hodges with the shot that time. And again, a good rotation. You saw they flipped the pitch in a hurry there. Was able to get a little bit of room with some nice touches. Shot from deep after ICC took away the initial attack, but was able to get a foot on it just a little bit too tall. This one, that's got to hurt.
Yeah, that does sting a little bit. We saw that down here earlier in the week with the men against Bethel. I believe that kid left with a concussion. It was a tough lick.
That's what Sully was saying. The Indians won that one 4-0 in a abbreviated friendly with Bethel. As Bethel had a few guys get hurt in that match, and we hope they're doing well, able to recover and finish strong to their season. As Stevens pops this one up, header out. Now this is McGregor with it. Tries to send it ahead, deflected by Hinds, and the Eagles should have no issue with this, and she's able to come up and make a play on it. 50-50 ball, sit to midfield. McGregor puts a head on it. Jackson pops it up. McGregor trying to chase it down, but Hinds is there. Indians, though, work back to get it, and then the Eagles take it away. Anything you could do, I could do better on that exchange. Another shot from distance.
Shot.
Yeah, that again was Hodges. I do like the aggressiveness out of Hodges. She knows the Indians' defense has been tough today, CJ, and
you get a shot,
yeah,
you got to take it.
Yeah.
And neither one of them were bad shots.
Not at all.
Stretch.
So inside 6 minutes now, and Trost is going to put a foot into this one. Eagles able to get the deflection, but there's Clark to step in front of it and just simply clears this one back. Good job by ICC allowing to stretch the field there, as they've dominated this side of the pitch, and a foul's going to be called there on McGregor. And
that was a little soft.
Yep.
There was contact, though, so.
So Hinds getting set to put a foot into this one. Oh, nice move there on the part of Gaylor to create a little bit more room. This ball being pinballed around, and oh, the fan that tried to keep it out of the drink that time just took a bad hop on him.
And then he just
pointed
like, towards the other one.
He's like, I tried, guys. That's
I don't blame him one bit. I'm not going in that creek.
Maximum effort as they're trying to get Trost to send the ball in from the other end. They've got one down here as well, and that's the way it usually goes. They call for a ball on one end, and it comes in from a different direction. This one's sent ahead and deflected away, and now Hinds with it, trying to get her on the attack. This is going to be Kite with the ball.
It's really the first one-on-one opportunity they've had.
Yeah, and it was shut down nicely.
Heidi Clark did a good job.
As that one goes in the creek as well.
Somebody got brave and went down in there.
It's going to have a little water in it today after that rain this morning.
It's been a while since I've seen it dry over there.
Yeah, it's true. Just under 3:45 to play here in the first half. 2-0. It's been the Josie Kate Reeves show offensively for the Indians, as she's got both goals for ICC. As this one's sent ahead, and Hayward didn't expect that much of a bounce out of it, and it goes out of bounds back to the Eagles.
Yeah, she let it go. Was going to try to run with it. And it took off and skipped out of bounds.
Gustafsson jumps in front of that one, sends it out of bounds. 3 minutes to play now until halftime. This has been the most time the Eagles have spent on their half of the pitch on the attack here. And a good job hustling to keep the ball on that half. But ICC eventually lets it settle, but then Hinds steps in front of it again. Oh, good idea there, but Gaylor in the right spot at the right time was able to break up that attack there by the Eagles. Gracie sends this one ahead. Now this is going to be Hayward. Hayward trying to send it across the middle, looking for Stevens. Stevens lets it settle. Just about to back it back out. It's going to go out of bounds. It'll be a goal kick here. I just lost field position that time as I was watching it on the screen versus in person. And Stevens, good idea, just ran out of real estate.
Yeah, another little give and go down the sideline opened up that space and set up that pass from Gracie. Really good pass by her right to Stevens. But like I said, just ran out of room.
So inside 2 minutes now to play until halftime. Ball out of bounds, and Hinds will throw it in here. The Eagles have been a little bit more collective and had some pretty good attacks, or at least had the ball on their side of the pitch for the last, I'd say, 7 minutes of this first half. So getting a little bit of momentum, kind of get it figured out a little bit here. Now here comes Hodges. Hodges sends it ahead, but looking for number 4 that time. And that one just a little bit too hard. It still was on frame, even though she sent it forward, but good opportunity there once again for the Eagles, just couldn't quite time it up. CJ, as we get ready for the Little Caesars halftime report, I'm going to let you be thinking about your thoughts here on the first half for both squads. As now ICC with an opportunity here to see if they can go up 3-0. Sends it across, back post, and just too far.
That was a really good cross by Kaylee. Chloe just a little late getting to it.
We've seen a couple of good runs like that by the Indians, just unable to finish. But it's one of those that you like to see that, because you know a game or two, that timing is going to be there, and that's going to result in a big goal. With 20 seconds to go, offsides is going to be called again here on the Indians, as that will probably do it for the first half.
I believe you are correct.
10 seconds, and they're just going to let this one count down here. 2-0 is your score here as we roll into halftime and fire up the Little Caesars halftime report. We're going to hear from Little Caesars and come back with CJ's first half thoughts as ICC leads at 2-0 here at the break. Back with more right after this.
The outlook for overpriced pizza has never been better. Who's gonna stop us?
Sir, Little Caesars has the lowest price pizza delivered, guaranteed.
We're not Big Pizza, we're Little Caesars. Get $5 off your first delivery.
Pizza.
Parmesan, Asiago, and fresh mozzarella.
All this cheesing is rather pleasing. Yep, tastes like $1 million.
Pepperoni cheeser. Only $7.
Pizza.
This broadcast of ICC Athletics is being brought to you by Renaissance Bank, Little Caesars, Davis Ford, the Sonic of Fulton, Tupelo Coca-Cola Bottling Works, the Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi, First American National Bank, the ICC BSU, your Itawamba County Farm Bureau agent, Joey Cox, Cagle Eye Center, the ICC Foundation, the Bank of Okolona, and the ICC Alumni Association.
All right. And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Halftime here in Fulton, ICC with a 2-0 advantage over Hinds at the break. Adam Gorse, CJ Adams here. CJ, your thoughts on the first half and for the overall match right now?
Well, first off, the control of the ball for the Lady Indians has been the biggest key in this game. Of course, Josie Kate with the 2 really good strikes for goals. That's all the scoring we've had, but we've had the opportunities to have many, many more. So I think Coach is going to kind of highlight that at halftime, capitalize on those opportunities, cut the mistakes down, and quit with the offsides. Keep your heads up, don't make those mental mistakes, and then capitalize when you get the opportunity. As far as Hinds, you're going to have to try to press a little bit more. They've been in their defensive zone the majority of the match, and they've just got to find a way to press that ball forward, get some offense going, and I mean, you get one goal and it's a whole other game. You never know what's going to happen.
And we saw a little bit of that going into the halftime. You saw them get a little bit work with purpose a little bit more, as you said they were defensive minded to start the match with, and ICC was able to get those 2 quick goals. So that does take you out of the game plan. So what do you expect to see out of Hinds in the second half?
Wow, you just got to get more people forward. Ball control at midfield is the key to that. That'll open up more scoring opportunities. And then just keep the pressure on. And as Itawamba, you got to keep your defenders back, which they've played well all the defenders have played really well so far today. They haven't been tested a whole lot, but the times that they have, they've stepped up and shut it down.
Well, 2-0 is your scores. You've been taking a look at some of the first half highlights here from Fulton. As you'll see, shot just a little bit too high. The shots that Hinds did come from deep in those situations, and they were dangerous. And you saw one of those corner kicks on a great save by Tross to keep it 2-0 here at the break. We're going to take another timeout, hear a few words from our sponsors, come back with more of the Little Caesars halftime report. ICC women up 2-0 here at the break.
The outlook for overpriced pizza has never been better. Who's gonna stop us?
Sir, Little Caesars has the lowest price pizza delivered, guaranteed.
We're not Big Pizza, we're Little Caesars. Get $5 off your first delivery.
Pizza, pizza.
Parmesan, Asiago, and fresh mozzarella.
All this cheesing is rather pleasing. Yep, tastes like $1,000,000.
Pepperoni cheeser, only $7.
Pizza, pizza.
Davis Ford in Fulton is your Ford dealer for new cars, trucks, and SUVs and has a wide inventory of certified pre-owned vehicles. Find your next dream car or truck from our Ford showroom or go online to davisfordsales.com and search our new and used inventory to see what is on our lot. So stop by and test drive the all-new fuel-efficient Ford Focus or Ford Fusion or the new Ford Explorer or F-150. Go further with Davis Ford, 904 West Main Street in Fulton or online davisfordsales.com.
When I came back to school this year, I brought my bank with me, and the student checking account at First American National Bank was perfect for me. No monthly fees and no minimum balance, and I can manage my money right from the app. I can do all my banking with text messaging if I want, and I can deposit a check just by taking a photo. It's that easy at FAMB.
I took my bank to college with me.
I took my bank to college with me.
My bank followed me to college.
I took my bank to college with me.
I took my bank to college with me.
It's that easy at First American National Bank.
Gee willikers, this Coca-Cola Zero Sugar tastes mighty delicious.
Come on, buddy. It has 0 sugar.
But it tastes great.
Let's take the breakables away. If you keep lying like this, you'll be a puppet forever.
But it's the honest truth.
You'll never be a real boy.
No, it's no lie.
You're right. It's delicious.
Told you. I never lie.
Everyone has a unique story to tell. Maybe your story has you performing your new song in front of a crowd, getting to play your favorite sport, or enjoying a horseback ride in the country. At Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi, our group of skilled surgeons understand your need to continue your story. That is why we are the preferred choice for orthopedic care. Thank you for choosing us. Our story is you. Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi.
You live life on your own terms. You won't be told what you can't do. And we're here to back you. From the boardroom to the big stage, Renaissance Bank supports women striving for success. Because greatness isn't held to anyone's expectations, except yours. So if anyone says you can't, prove them wrong. Rise with Renaissance, supporting women and the communities they influence every day.
Bespoke is a word that comes from the clothing industry. It's a European term, and it meant originally to be spoken for. In Mississippi, I say it's a fancy word for made from scratch. My name is Josh West.
Nick Weaver.
Our craft is bespoke denim. Blue Delta Jean Company is a bespoke denim manufacturer. We make everything in Tupelo, Mississippi, and we ship jeans around the world.
We're reintroducing the South and most of the U.S. back to raw denim.
There's a lot of verbiage out there about custom, made to measure, bespoke. We say bespoke because we truly are making a fully customizable jean. We use the best fabrics in the world. We buy from all over. We make everything in the United States right here in Tupelo, and we bring the customer in on the design process.
That is what separates us from other jean companies, that we're making a personal pattern. So we do have the Oxford Studio where you come to get measured, and you pick out your fabric, your fit, your cut, and your thread.
You'll notice we do a lot of athletes. These guys are really tall, these ladies are really tall, small waist, really big thighs. They can't find jeans that really fit them that are aesthetically pleasing. I started noticing that we had a resource here that not many places had, which is talented seamstresses. It's an art that's dying in the United States of America because so much garment has gone overseas. When I noticed that resource, I started building a business plan around that.
He said, hey, we can make custom jeans in North Mississippi.
When the numbers made sense, that's when I called Nick, because I knew I could figure out how to make the product, but I needed somebody to help me sell the product.
We wrote it down on the game plan and we're still executing it today.
The first step is somebody getting fitted, and that can be with one of our partner stores or at one of our studios.
And we're taking, 13 to 16 measurements, whether or not you want a regular cut or a skinny cut jean.
And then the order comes to us electronically here in the factory in Tupelo. Johnson Benjamin has been our pattern maker since 2013. He drafts a pattern literally for that client. And then it moves on to Brian Baldwin. He does all of our cutting, and he tries to cut that jean within 15 minutes. Every seamstress has a job that they do, and they're really good at it. You can watch a jean literally from start to finish go through the manufacturing process.
There is a really famous old jean company that can make a jean in 3 minutes.
It takes us about 3 hours to take a jean from start to finish. We're still a very small company. We're less than 20 people top to bottom. The thing that I think really sets us apart from a lot of other small batch denim companies is the people that we have. These people have worked, many of them in denim garment production for years and years and years. And we really do try to make this a family environment. Our lead seamstress is a lady by the name of Miss Sarah Ritchie. She was our first employee. She started in January of 2012, and she's now leading our sewing team.
Well, having over 100 years of sewing experience in a company that's very young was definitely to our benefit. People bought our jeans in the beginning because it was a good story. It was two guys trying to start something. But now they're rebuying because of our quality and our fit, and it's the people that make that happen. What we are offering is, more than just a jean. There are lifetime alterations, lifetime repairs. We have people send jeans back that are 2 or 3 years old because they've lost 10 pounds, we take them off. So what you're getting is something that I think people are, wanting more of. We're using cone denim from North Carolina. We're using Holland and Sherry cottons from Scotland. We are using the premium fabrics of the world, and we're doing it right here in Mississippi.
Our main goal has always been to be the best bespoke denim provider in the U.S. I think we've ratcheted that up to the best bespoke denim provider in the world.
Our work ethic, his plan, finding good people, finding the right people to make the product, it's a good recipe for success.
I don't think you can match the quality that we're putting out. So now we're working on how does this brand develop from here on out? What markets are we in? How are we getting the world in our jeans?
The outlook for overpriced pizza has never been better. Who's gonna stop us?
Sir, Little Caesars has the lowest price pizza delivered, guaranteed.
We're not Big Pizza, we're Little Caesars. Get $5 off your first delivery.
Pizza.
Parmesan, Asiago, and fresh mozzarella.
All this cheesing is rather pleasing. Yep, tastes like $1,000,000.
Pepperoni cheeser, only $7.
Pizza.
Hey Indian fans, I'm Ricky Murphy, real estate agent, Tommy Morgan Realtors, and I'm also a proud alumni of the All-American Marching Band. Itawamba Community College was my home for 2 years, and where you decide to make your home will be one of the most important decisions of your life. Whether you're looking to create a plan to buy your first home, or if you're ready today to make a move into your forever home, give me a call or send me a message so we can discuss your next move. And from my family, Roll Tide!
In Searcy, Arkansas, a young man says I love you for the first time, but his girlfriend doesn't quite hear. In Franklin, Tennessee, a boy encounters his first pickle. And in Kyle, Texas, after a mission for tots, cousins realize they're a long way from Kyle, Texas. One day, many people, millions of orders. This is Howie Sonic.
The outlook for overpriced pizza has never been better. Who's gonna stop us?
Sir, Little Caesars has the lowest price pizza delivered, guaranteed.
We're not Big Pizza, we're Little Caesars. Get $5 off your first delivery.
Pizza.
Parmesan, Asiago, and fresh mozzarella.
All this cheesing is rather pleasing. Yep, tastes like $1,000,000.
Pepperoni cheeser. Only $7.
Pizza.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We get set to start the second half of play here from Fulton. Adam Gore, C.J. Adams bringing the action here. Raphael Henry up top running the camera. Lee Adams on the sideline. He's taking photos for ICCimages.com. Z. Taylor is running social media for us this afternoon. The squad is out today. Clouds still rolling in and hopefully will not produce any rain, as we say, because we're in an open air environment with our broadcast. And if it does start raining, we have to shut down the stream and seek shelter, because there's a lot of money sitting in front of us right now, CJ.
And that is a dark cloud moving in to our left. Maybe it'll be harmless.
And so ICC will have this First American National Bank opening kick to start the second half. They lead it 2-0 thanks to the foot of Josie Kate Reeves. She's got 2 goals today, and they have been things of beauty. Hinds with it. Alexis giving chase. Ball's going to be set out of bounds. It'll be a throw in here for the Indians. Hey, yeah, CJ showing me the radar. Well,
looks like it's dissipating. See if it dissipates enough.
Yeah. Hopefully so.
Sorry for that technical term there.
Yeah.
I'm no meteorologist.
You're no John DeLusick, that's for sure.
Not even close.
Nobody is. Johnny D.
Should get him to bring us some weather updates during the game.
That would be awesome. As that ball broken up there. And ICC trying to get this one ahead. Hughes with it. Hughes creating a little bit of space here, running down the near side, sends it ahead, looking to send this one to Mitchell. And I'll tell you this right now, CJ, you know as well as I do, living in Fulton, that type of breeze is not good.
It's a brisk wind coming off the river.
Yep. So again, if we do have to break this away, we do invite you to follow the continuation of the match on Twitter at Let's Go ICC. ICC throws this one in, ball bouncing around. It settles, and ICC is going to clear it out. Reeves, does she get her third?
It's dangerous.
And it's on frame, and as you said, CJ, dangerous.
I don't know if you were looking, but you could see her smiling all the way across the pitch here.
She knew she had a hat trick and a chance at it there.
I tell you, she has a hot foot right now.
Listed as a defender.
Yeah, he's moved her up to this kind of midfield wing position, and so far it's been great. It's a good shot.
And it's just going to go wide. It wasn't on frame that time.
And Tross is a little slow to get up.
I think Tross might have realized she dove a lot closer to the post than she realized that time. And I'm sorry, you dive all out like that, you even hit the turf, even if you're used to it.
Still hurts.
That still hurts. Sometimes I lay down at night a little too hard and it hurts. Now ICC with it. Hughes trying to squeeze this one ahead to Stevens. Good idea, but Hinds right there in the right spot to break that one up.
Yeah, and I think you should have looked over to her left a little bit more. She just saw Mitchell breaking down that side with a lot of green grass in front of her.
This one's in ahead. Loden breaks it up. Now Hinds sends it back towards midfield. Out of bounds. It'll be a throw in here for the Indians. Again, join us next week. Starting on Wednesday, we'll have the MACCC softball tournament coming your way here from Fulton, as Hinds and ICC will square off in the 5 o'clock game on Wednesday. The first game of the day will be Jones and I believe Northeast at noon, as ICC trying to get on the attack here. Sends it across the middle. Oh, nice job there. Now we're looking to go across.
It's a little too deep. Some good ball movement, though, by the Lady Indians.
And you saw that time, CJ Hughes made sure she was on sides. You know, that's something they focused on there, as she kind of drifted a little too far a handful of times here in the first half.
It's one of those good teaching opportunities.
This one's sent over the middle, and it's going to be scooped and saved by Tross. Yeah, trying to think the bracket off the top of my head for the softball tournament next week, and that's not going to help, so I'm just going to look it up and let you know. As Hinds doing a much better job of getting aggressive on their side of the pitch here as ICC takes it away. So yeah, the noon game, Northeast versus Jones. The 2:30 game will be Northwest versus Gulf Coast. We've already mentioned the 5 o'clock game. That'll be ICC and Hinds. And the nightcap will be at 7:30, Pearl River and Colin. Now, those games that are scheduled to start for 12, 2:30, 5, and 7:30, they will start at those times, even if the match in front of them doesn't take the full allotted 2.5 hours. This one's going to be sent ahead and broken up there by the Eagles. Now here comes Hinds on the attack, looking to cut this lead in half here.
And they're pushing more of the midfielders up into this offensive zone. Something we spoke about at halftime. They're going to have to do to create these opportunities.
That one squeezed
Ball,
ahead.
and then she just runs around the corner.
Sends it on the cross, shot, and saved.
That was a good opportunity for them. Just a great move around the outside to get around the defenders by 18, which is Taylor Ford. And she really created that opportunity pretty much all by herself.
Yeah. Now ICC trying to answer her on the attack on the other end. Tries to squeeze it ahead, but there's the Eagles there to take it away. Well, CJ, we always talk about the halftime adjustments, and you got to think about the first 15 minutes of the first half has been adjusting to the adjustments. And right now, Hinds has done a good job to have some opportunities early. We're seeing the Indians defense kind of settling in now.
And we're still pressing. We're still keeping 3 up. A lot of open space in the middle of the field, and really from both teams. Nobody's playing a lot of midfielders today, so that creates a lot of running room.
So Loden with it now, lets it settle at her feet, tries to send it across the middle. Dangerous touch there as Hinds closed in quickly. Left-footed shot deflected off the shoulder and scooped up that time. Is good job by Mitchell, just trying to put that one forward and make it dangerous. Might have been close if it wouldn't have deflected off a defender.
Yeah, I was going to say that lost a lot of momentum when it got deflected.
50-50 ball at midfield being scrambled forward. Hinds comes away with it. This has been Hodges. We've called her names a few times today.
It's going to be a foul.
And, yeah, she is tripped up and should be a penalty coming up here.
Free kick.
Free kick. Yep.
Same thing, just from a little further out. A few people in front of her. Still dangerous territory right here.
Another opportunity here for Hinds. So right now, if you're ICC, you want to make sure you find your person and lock them in here. Free kick on its way. Tall, but too tall.
That was a good strike. Just
really was.
Drifted on her a little bit.
Well, she went to the only spot that Tross probably wasn't going to be able to get to at that time, and it was top shelf. But just a little too tall there, and ICC dodges a big-time bullet. Well, CJ, you've seen the first, what's this, been about 20 or 10 minutes of this one so far? your thoughts on the adjustments that have been made at halftime and how these two teams need to adjust from there.
Well, so far Hinds has done really well, getting more pressure in their zone, keeping the ball, and creating opportunities. Lady Indians hadn't had as much control. They've had a few really good runs, some passes, some ball control, but not that dominating possession like we saw in the first half. So should be interesting second half how this goes here.
A lot of contact there, and foul called on the Indians. Ball sent in, broken up by Stevens, but Hinds able to get the possession back here. 2-0 is the score. ICC with the lead, 36-32 to go here in the second half. Hinds now tries to send this one over the top. Dexter's back there, breaks it up. Clark will let it settle. Tries to squeeze it ahead, but it's broken up nicely that time by Knight. And now here come the Indians, looking ahead to Hughes. Hughes trying to run that one down, but a smart play defensively by Hubbard to send that one out of bounds to allow the defense to reset for the Eagles.
That was a really good heads-up play by Mitchell, looking up, finding Hughes, making that run, and was able to get the ball down into the zone. She just wasn't able to run it down.
Threw that one in that time a little too tall, but Loden finds it. She tries to send it out. It's going to be deflected away, and it should be a goal kick. Yes, it is. Coming up here. Thought it was deflected away, but the official quickly said it was a goal kick.
Yeah, I think she just mishit that one.
You see the baseball field there in the background. They'll be hosting Gulf Coast in the Region 23 Best of 3 series. That'll be Friday and Saturday of next week. It'll be on the Blue Channel. Winner of that will advance to the Region 23 tournament down at Pearl River. As this one's sent ahead, and Hinds steps in front of it. And then now Hinds trying to get out and run here. ICC did a good job of deflecting it away, but now Hinds sends it ahead, but Dexter's there to break it up. Hinds fires, and it's going to go wide, and goal kick coming up here for the Indians. CJ, you're like me. When you leave the office just can't leave you, can it?
Yeah, Chief of Police starts yelling at you. You listen a little bit.
That's very true. Terry Jones in the house.
Working on some new decals.
As ICC, it goes out of bounds. They'll quickly throw this one in. Lexi had it, but then Hinds steps in front of it. Seeing a much more aggressive Hinds squad, and it's paid off. A lot of this second half of the match has been played on the Hinds side of the pitch.
Maybe everybody just likes this right side better.
Maybe.
Spend all their time down here. Still a lot of just standing around out there.
And you're right. That's one thing I did just notice was just how there's not just, I mean, there's obviously movement, but just not a lot away from the ball. It's just trying to stand around and see where the ball's going next.
It's a lot of back and forth. Nobody's really controlling it. Now you see the movement once they get a little run and some momentum.
This one squeezed ahead, and now this is going to be Morgan Mitchell. Mitchell in the open field right now, looking for someone to go with her, going towards the right side. She wants to fire, deflected by the Eagles. Indians just didn't seem to fill the lanes properly that time as everybody kind of crowded in on each other. And
and I don't mind that shot because the two runners she had there, none of them were open. So she didn't really have a good passing option, so she just decided to fire it in there herself.
That one deflected away, but ICC able to keep possession. Good hustle on the part of Jones that time, but the cross was intercepted by the Eagles. Yeah, and right now, CJ, just a whole lot of anything you can do, I can do better back and forth here.
Yeah, there really is just a lot of back and forth here in the midfield. Didn't see a lot of that in the first half. So, and personally, I don't like it.
So Loden been very active here in the second half. She steps in front of that one. Now we'll get it back from Mitchell. Tries to squeeze this one ahead to Hughes and just took an unfortunate bounce that time as it got away from Hughes.
Yeah, just skipped over her foot there.
31-42 to go now in the second half of play. ICC maintains this 2-0 lead here, but Hinds is trying to charge back into this one. They're going to throw this one in. Loden nods it ahead to Hughes.
It's going to be a penalty or a free kick.
And I don't know if you heard it over the broadcast there, but Hinds' coach saying play good defense, don't foul, and spoken into existence. And as a coach, that's got to be frustrating there. As you know, you like to see the aggressiveness out of your player trying to make something happen for your team, but don't want to give them anything kind of easy in this situation, or basically not easy, but kind of just almost like a corner here.
Yeah, and Hughes did a good job. She made herself a lot bigger.
Yeah.
Throw the arms out, protect that space, and really just kind of invited that contact. And it worked out.
It did. This is going to be Lexi Loden to put a foot into this one. Sends it over the middle, and great good decision. Save. Good save that time.
She grabbed that just before it hit the head of Morgan Mitchell.
Yeah, a split second later, and that's 3-0 Indians. So a big-time play there as we look at it on the Little Caesars instant replay. And tough play there. And the Eagles keep this one 2-0. Dexter going to clear this one out to the far side to Reeves. Reeves is the difference in the match right now. She's got 2 goals.
Yeah, you're kind of seeing that midfield clear out again. Indians pushing 3 forward. Hinds got 5 back on defense, keeping plenty of numbers back.
This one ahead to Mitchell. Mitchell trying to use her speed to get to the outside. Does. He's going to step on this one, but too tall. Good idea, good attack. Just got to find a way to put that one on frame.
Yeah, just sailed a little bit over the. Let me get my words right. Goodness. Put a little bit too much on it. Sailed over the crossbar. But again, not a bad shot, not a bad decision. All the defense was kind of going to the far side of the goal, so she had some space. You like to see that aggressiveness.
Yes, you like the aggressiveness because it's one of those, you stay aggressive like that, eventually something like that's going to break, and you never know that one goal, and that could spark you for the rest of the season. So that's what you got to stay aggressive and just see what you can make happen. Mitchell steps in front of that one.
Tied up just enough to get a foul there.
As Mitchell coming up, making that tough. And now another opportunity coming up here for the Indians. Got to make this thing dangerous, as it looks like it's going to be Clark that will step into this one.
Yeah, I've seen Heidi take a few of these this year, and for her frame size, she can put some speed on that ball. So see if she can keep it on target here. Just dumps it off.
Instead, she's going to send it out wide, trying to send that one to the back post. Good idea, just read nicely there by the keeper once again as they were looking for Stevens to break away. Good touch off the foot of Mathis. Just Hinds kind of had that one well scouted.
Yeah, they didn't break on that at all. Some more gust of wind blowing some trash onto the field over here.
Yeah, and again, these breezes aren't promising. As we're going to try to stay with the broadcast as long as we can. As long as we don't have rain, we'll be okay.
Or lightning.
Or lightning.
We don't need lightning.
No. As Reeves crosses over her defender, sends it ahead into Loden. Loden getting hawked defensively. Great job there by the Eagles to get it back. That's one thing you said, CJ. This match has been cleanly played today. It's been aggressive, but just really hasn't been an ugly aggressive, where you get a lot of fouls called, but both teams have fought hard and have played well.
Don't talk about it. It'll happen.
That's true. That's true.
It happened to me in the first half.
That's true.
And what we've seen in the past, it don't take long for it to get out of control.
It does not, especially in the JUCO ranks. Yeah, you're right. That's all I'll say. So multiple substitutions in here for both teams as see Gustafsson in for ICC. Hayward's come in along with number 11, Rainey Wells, in for the first time today. So they're going to send this one back and allow Tross to put a foot into it, and that didn't go far, but Dexter there to clean that one up. So ICC with it, leading 2-0, 26-19 to go in regulation here. Tries to send that one ahead to Hayward, but a smart play there by Derrick just to step in front of it and clear it back to the Eagle side of the pitch. Now Hayward has it. Going to work here for the Indians. Squeezes this one ahead.
Offsides.
And offsides again.
Oh.
That was not as...
That was closer.
Yeah, that was closer. That was closer. There was a few times in the first half where it was no doubt, but that one was one...
Much closer.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I think they got the call correct again.
And it's one of those that if you get called for it so many times in the first half...
It's going to be hard to get the borderline ones.
Yeah. .25-22 to go. Indians trying to hang on and pick up the win here and keep their playoff hopes alive. As Wells has it at her feet now. Is going to send it back to Dexter.
Getting a little handsy out there.
It is. But still like the aggressiveness out of that, just trying to make something happen there for your squad. This ball being bounced around. Clark trying to let it settle and took a high bounce on her that second bounce, and good job being patient.
She's grabbing her head.
Yeah.
Or maybe headband. I didn't see any contact.
Hayward tries to squeeze it ahead. Good idea, but a great stretch.
That gap closed up quickly.
Yeah, Hubbard was able to squeeze that one. She just gave that extra effort of stretching the leg out there. If she doesn't get that foot in the way, then that's probably a pretty solid.
It's a good scoring opportunity.
Yeah.
Makes life difficult on the goalie when those squeak through.
Reeves steps back in front of this one. Josie trying to get away from the defender. Hinds did a good job of just taking the angle away from Reeves that time. Ball's going to be sent out of bounds. It'll be a corner kick coming up here. Josie Kate wants that hat trick. When she gets the ball at her feet, she's thinking scoring now. Why not? She's got 2 goals on the day.
Yeah. If I'm her, I see that ball in a clear shooting zone, I'm taking it.
So substitutions in here for both teams as the Clouds continue to move in here to Fulton. And kudos to number 13, Maddie Watkins. As she was coming off the pitch, scooped up the trash that had blew onto the field, and it's her Mississippi too, by God.
Don't litter.
Don't litter.
Who's that PSA brought to you by?
Oh man, I had it for a second as soon as I said it.
Surely we've got a sponsor for that.
Yes. This one sent ahead, but there's Dexter. Great job by Dexter. Could have come up a little early. Probably would have got beat on the play, but laid back and let it come to her and broke things up. And now the Indians trying to get the ball forward. They do so as McGregor was there, but just got away from her. Hinds clears it out, and Dexter will let it settle.
Excellent spin move there by Maria Jones, too, to almost just break the ankles of that forward from Hinds. There ain't much you can do about it. It would have fooled me, too.
So this will be a throw in here for the Eagles across the way. 22 minutes to play. Still plenty of time, but just got to start working with a little bit more purpose here if you're Hinds. And we've got a whistle.
He's called it pretty close today. Nothing.
He has.
I hadn't seen anything that he's missed.
And that's the thing, too. You want him to let him play, but keep it in control, and that's been the case today. So no complaints from my part of things. Of course, you know soccer a lot more than I do.
Like we talked about earlier, it can also change really quick.
Yeah, it can. That ball sent ahead, made dangerous, but Gaylor breaks it up. Shot left-footed, wide. But they're going to say deflected by ICC, so it'll be a corner opportunity coming up here for the Eagles.
If I remember correct, they only had one of these previously, and
it was a good opportunity.
Got a pretty good shot on goal from it.
So the Eagles need to make this opportunity, or make the best of this opportunity here. Oh, two players are down.
Everywhere.
We're colliding into each other. And it's going to be out of bounds, and they're going to say goal kick. Well, that looked a lot worse than it did when those two players collided. Maybe they saw enough of each other to kind of just dodge the brunt of that collision. As ICC trying to get the ball at the pitch before Hinds could get settled, but the Eagles were there to step in front of it. ICC gets it back now.
I didn't see what happened there. Missed that foul.
I did too. I didn't see anything, and really no players reacted to anything either. So Gaylor sends this one ahead. Hughes lets it settle. It's at the feet. I believe that is Mitchell across the way.
That's Kaylee Jackson.
No, that's Jackson. Yeah, Jackson came into the match in that previous exchange. Now here comes Hayward. Tried to send it ahead, and again, Hinds in the right spot at the right time to break that one up. Good job there by Hayward. Didn't have anything, and then just sends it back. Going to send this one over the top. Gustafsson closing in. One of those you got to make sure you clean things up. I like the way Gracie plays. She gives the extra efforts. So it's one of those, like if the ball would have just bounced funny away from the keeper, when normally you see players kind of lay back, say, okay, she's got this one easy. Gracie's going to make that extra effort to come in just in case.
Yeah, her intensity rating's a 10 when she gets into the game.
Yeah.
And it's fun to watch.
That's only because 10 is the max.
That's correct.
There's 50-50 ball. Sent up the pitch. Deflected. Hinds had it. Wales did a great job of stepping in front of that one. Now up to Gustafsson. She wants to squeeze this one ahead. Good touch out wide.
Yeah, make sure you stay on side here.
Jackson tries to squeeze it ahead. Ball deflected. ICC fans wanted a handball, but not intentional. That's really and truly the only way you can define that there, because some referees say 100% not supposed to touch it, no matter what, even if it's incidental or not. And then others say, well, she didn't mean to do it, so play on. Today is the she didn't mean to do it, so play on group of officials we have.
I'm kind of in that boat, too. If somebody kicks it and your arm just happens to be there.
I'm with you.
There's nothing you can do in that case.
100% with you on that thought.
But Hughes. I've seen it called both ways. She's trying to get, similar to the time before, she's trying to get a foul there.
Sent across the middle. Gustafsson was there, was tripped up. Now Hayward steps into one and just couldn't put that one on frame. You know, I talked with Coach Porter a lot, and, you know, she asked about soccer, and she'd be happy to see the way Hughes was blocking out for a basketball term that time.
Absolutely.
And
It's a good rebounding
say
stance.
Knowing Coach Porter, she would want the game film to explain to her girls, this is how you block out. So Hinds is with it, 17 minutes now.
Hayward laughing off that whiff.
Sometimes that's all you got to do.
That's all you can do.
Yeah, you can just laugh. I will say that, and I know this is just going to be a random point, but both these teams warming up today, they were just out here having a good time. We don't see that enough, sometimes in life and in sports in general, but, some of the players from Hinds was talking to us and singing along with some of the songs before the match, and, ICC doing the same thing. It was just good to see that, and I guess the reason why is just a year after what we've gone through, they missed,
it's good to be back together.
Yeah, it's just good to be back together. Good to have some sort of atmosphere in athletics. CJ, the draft tonight, did you enter it this year?
No, I didn't have any interest this year.
I did again. I've gone 10 years undrafted. Looking to make it 11.
Yeah, I've still got all my college eligibility, so I'll hang on to that for a little while.
This one sent, good ball, but another great decision by the keeper to come up and make the play on that one earlier. Clark just trying to get a foot on that one, too tall, out of bounds. And it'll be a goal kick coming up here. More mass substitutions coming in. It's like 4 for Hinds and Loden for ICC.
Yeah, I always like watching the draft. Just wish they would speed it up a little bit.
Yeah.
I get disinterested pretty quick.
They give them 5 minutes, and you can't tell me.
They know who they're taking.
Yeah. Plan A, B, C, D, and E.
Especially the first one. That one always gets me.
Ow. Stevens steps in front of that one. Has kicked hard that time, and she's shaking things off on the other side of the pitch, and then Clark comes up and clears things out there. Foul on Clark, and we're under 15 minutes to play now. Got to start making some shots, a little bit more dangerous here if you're Hinds. Again, 15 minutes, CJ, a lot of time to play.
It's plenty of time to get 2 goals, but you gotta start getting a lot more pressure in your zone and making the defense work here.
This one's set ahead. Clark breaks it up for a moment, then clears it out. Good job there by Heidi.
Good job keeping her balance.
Yeah. She went from one foot to the other, kick to kick. Now, granted, she's probably 18, 19. I'm
not.
If I try to do that, then I'm out for the year. And the next year and the next after that. But a good job by ICC defensively to stay with it and eventually let it settle. But Hinds comes back and gets it at midfield. The ball deflected away, and really nobody knew where it went until Jackson reacted to it. Now here comes Gustafsson. Just a smart play again by Hinds to meet the ball versus waiting on it. Gustafsson cleared that one up, and I would say she went hard to the turf there, and the ball staying in action here, so the referees are saying play on. Really surprised that they did not stop the play there because of a head injury.
Anytime a head injury is involved, you don't like to see it continue.
Yeah. And she hit her head hard when she landed, and Hubbard looked a little frustrated as they kept playing there, and hopefully she's okay. Oh, that hurt. As that one was just sent forward, and that went straight into the stomach of Watkins, and looks like that's knocked the breath out of her across the way. As Hayward tried to send that one ahead looking for someone, but nobody really going with her that time, and Hinds will send that one out of bounds to clear it out.
A little higher, we could have got that one.
I'm depending on you to protect me, CJ. So I don't have my hopes very high.
If it comes in from the side, I got you. But if it's head on, you're on your own.
That's fair.
I'm not leaping forward.
This ball just bouncing around, and Wells will let it settle to the back now. Clark sends it ahead to Loden. Loden, open field now, trying to squeeze this one ahead. Oh, good idea, but again, a great play by that back line of Hinds. How many times have we said that today, CJ, where the Indians just a split second away, and just like Hubbard did there, Hinds just takes away from the Indians.
Yeah, and they've done really well with that the second half here. Really hadn't had many scoring opportunities at all.
And other than the two that we've seen out of Reeves, which have been shots from distance, you know, ICC's had a few shots from a high percentage range, but for the most part, Hinds has made it difficult today.
Yeah, and really the best opportunity was right before Josie hit that first goal when the goal was wide open and we hit the post.
She was able to get that deflection and stick it in for the first goal of the day. And then she just thought, well, that one was too close. Let me go back about 10 yards and score another one. And another foul here as Wells got tangled up and just used the Hinds player to keep her balance that time. Can't do that.
Yeah, and Hinds, you're going to have to see some urgency here. We're getting inside 11 minutes. Clock keeps ticking, and you really don't have much time to waste anymore.
This one sent ahead and then sent right back by Jackson. To go out of bounds to be a throw in here for the Indians. And tugged her jersey there, and might start to see a little frustration starting to show here late in the match after a little bit of a push in the back of Clark there after the play was whistled dead.
Some holding right there. And he's going to talk to him now.
Yeah, it's at that point, not necessarily a card, but just come in, kind of settle everybody down here.
And her and who's that, 5? Hubbard and Gracie
they've had a long day together.
They're familiar with each other at this point of the day.
Yeah. So this one steps into it, bouncing around, deflected out, and it's going to be sent out wide. And ICC will have a throw in on the far side of the pitch. Inside 10 to play now. As an Indian fan, you don't feel comfortable, but
you're not feeling bad.
You're not feeling bad right now, exactly. Clark keeps that one in. Now the Eagles with it, trying to send it ahead, and nice job by Clark to break that one up.
We've called her name a lot in the second half. She's played just about any time the ball's in the area, she's on it.
Trying to quick touch to Hayward. Again, Hubbard coming up and making a good play. As that ball bouncing around, as really and truly both the ICC players were trying to get back on sides in the exchange there. As McGregor will send this one back, and India's going to reset here. Oh, trouble. It's shot and goal.
That's just a mental mistake by Tross, sending that right back to her, giving her a free shot there.
Let's go back and look at that one. You see they went tall, and 2-1 now, and that's what we said. A lot of time left to play, but just a mental mistake there, and it's 2-1 now, and now ICC's got to refocus here.
Yeah, now if you're an Indian fan, you're not feeling as good as you were a minute ago.
As that ball sent ahead, Hinds will send it back in play here as they're going to keep it alive. The Eagles trying to get down the pitch in a hurry here to go out of bounds. It'll be a throw in here for ICC. Wells with it at her feet. Now looking to go over the top, looking for the backside to Hayward. Ball's deflected now. Hayward will let it settle. Going to send it back across the middle. Shot, just too tall. Good idea, and I like the return of the attack there by the Indians Just couldn't quite get a square foot on that one as it went tall. As the ball went over the netting, and it will be put back in play now with 7.5 to go in the contest. And,
yeah, I don't know about that one.
Say Reeves tried to jump a little bit high that time and didn't really get bumped, but the way she fell and the official's angle will work in favor of ICC there, as that looked pretty clean.
Yeah, I didn't see anything on that to warrant a foul, but I'm not wearing the blue today, so.
So this will be Gaylor putting a foot into this one. Gustafsson tried to get a shoulder on that one, and then Hayward just couldn't quite find the angle to Reeves as it goes out of bounds. 6:35 to go in the contest. So Hayward's skips in front of that one, goes back out of bounds. It'll be another throw in here.
Yep.
Well, this is about a solid 35, 45 seconds off the clock here in this little exchange. Now trying to go over the top, and good idea, but Gaylor in the right spot at the right time to break that one up. Now you're starting to hear the Eagles coach and players shouting with a little bit more urgency here. 5.5 to play, 2-1 is the score. Indians with the lead, but momentum shifting the way of the maroon and white right now. That one too far as it goes out of bounds, and that time one of the ICC players got that one quickly back in. So if you're an ICC Lady Indian, you're like, let that thing go.
Yeah, no kidding. Waste a little more time. Got 17 coming into the contest. Irwin.
Hubbard had it, nearly lost it for a second. And then Hayward steps in front of that one, scramble for it. And
a little chippy out there between them two, having some words.
Yeah, that was McKee, who did not like the fact she got bumped a few extra times than she wanted. Had a few words for Hayward after the whistle. Gas doesn't cost nearly $3 a gallon as that individual come flying by that time. Making sure everyone knew that he was here.
I believe it was Sebring.
Probably was.
I think he's turning in up here. He'll be here for the men's game.
Must be getting off work late today.
A lot of city business.
That is true. So the Eagles with it got to value each possession they have on this side of the pitch here. 4 minutes left to play. 2-1 ICC with the lead. Stepping ahead of this one, and a good job there. Oh, that hurt. That was a hard strike.
Right in the hip.
And Gaylor broke that one up. Gracie's going to send this one ahead. Yeah,
it's just unfortunate.
Yeah, just an unfortunate offsides there.
It came right back to Gracie, and of course her initial reaction sent it on forward.
Which is the correct reaction.
It is.
So now 3:20 to go. We'll sit out wide, and ICC will scoop this one up. Now if you're ICC, you're methodical as can be right now with the ball when it goes out of bounds, when you scoop it up in those type saves. The clock is on your side as we're under 3 minutes to play now. If you're Hinds, you get these situations, you got to get them in a hurry, and you got to take advantage. This one sent ahead. Gaylor steps in front of that one. McGregor now is going to try to clear it out. Ball pinballed around and
it's going to stay in.
Stay in bounds. Wow.
Oh,
now here come the Eagles. This shot too tall, though. Good idea. Just looking to go top shelf. Just couldn't quite find it.
That was a really good opportunity. I believe that was 12 Hodges.
And we got a substitution here for ICC, so the clock will stop. As Hughes will come back in and Gustafsson will check out. This ball sent ahead. Hughes trying to let it settle, then it just takes an extra bounce. And then Hughes now trying to break away. This ball popped ahead. Hubbard tried to get it. We'll let it settle now. Sends it straight back. 1 minute and 50 seconds to play. Right now, if you're Hinds, you can't be too picky on the opportunities you get to try to take a shot in these situations. But a good job by ICC, basically sending it all the way down to the other side of the pitch and forcing them to go the full length to get back to the field here. Or excuse me, get back to their side of the field. So now they've got to hurry. Ball sent ahead. Now this one. Hubbard finds it at her feet. Squeezes this one forward. Here comes an opportunity here. One-on-one opportunity. Tried to cross it over.
Good
and
job by
Clark,
Heidi.
again, we've talked about the play of Heidi Clark all day today, and that might be the biggest play of the day there. Now this one's sent ahead to Hughes. She's on sides. Got a chance to strike. Sends it across the middle, and a save. 1 minute. 1 minute to play now in the contest. 2-1 is your score. This one sent ahead. Reeves breaks that one up. Now sent ahead. Gaylor breaks it up. It's going to go out of bounds. And the coach running over to get it. We'll quickly send it back in, and Hinds will have the throw in here. 40 seconds. Hubbard with it at her feet. Hayward breaks it up for a second. Hubbard sends it ahead. ICC collapsing around the ball. And they say play on. Ooh, ICC got away with the push there. This one's going to be sent forward.
It's got to be
and
offside,
that's
right?
An opportunity. Shot and save.
Wow.
I'm with you. Looked like she was behind the line before the ball was sent there. And that's going to do it. ICC is going to hang on to pick up the 2-1 win here in the first game of the day. And it did not come easy. What a fury of a comeback by the Eagles late in this one. 3 seconds, 2 seconds, and that's ball game. ICC wins it by the final score of 2-1. As we move to the Renaissance Bank postgame report, we'll move directly into it here. And CJ, your thoughts on today's match?
Oh, well, it got interesting there at the end, didn't it?
It did.
It was, I think it was a well-played match. The Indians dominated the first half, but the second half was very, very equally played. Hinds had their opportunities. Got that break on that one goal from our mistake, and then put a lot of pressure on from there to the end of the match. I'm gonna say that the two people here get my stars of the game.
Okay.
Of course, Josie Kate, first half,
Absolutely.
no doubt. 2 goals, 2 great shots, and then I'm gonna give it to Heidi Clark in the second half. She played some shutdown defense, and really that last play there at the end that could have been the game changer right there. Yeah. So I think both of those ladies played excellent today, and a good team win for the Lady Indians. Absolutely.
Those are our Sonic stars of the game. ICC, they improved to 3-5 overall, 2-3 in the North. They do keep those playoff hopes alive as Hinds falls to 0-8, 0-5 in the North. And that's just a tough luck loss for a Hinds squad. They come out, fought hard today. Breaks went the way of the Indians early. They couldn't get the breaks late, but they gave themselves an opportunity to find that equalizer late, forcing it into overtime. So that's all you can ask is just give yourself a chance.
Yeah, you can't teach fight, and they fought back, and that's not always an easy thing to do, especially late in the season. You know, everybody's ready to go home.
Yeah.
Especially if you're not necessarily in playoff contention. But, man, they did. They played well, made the adjustments they need to make at halftime. So it's a credit to their coaching staff and to the ladies for going out there and making the changes and playing their heart out.
2-1 your final score here in the first game of today. We're going to take a break and be back in about 10 minutes with the men's action. Weather pending here in Fulton as we do see some storms moving into the area once again. ICC wins it 2-1 here in the first game of the day. You've been watching ICC Soccer here on the ICC Sports Network.
You live life on your own terms. You won't be told what you can't do. And we're here to back you. From the boardroom to the big stage, Renaissance Bank supports women striving for success. Because greatness isn't held to anyone's expectations, except yours. So if anyone says you can't, prove them wrong. Rise with Renaissance, supporting women and the communities they influence every day.